Hey everyone, welcome to this video where I'll be showing you how we can host a website or an API service on AWS. The website or the service is a that I currently have is a pretty basic Node.js application. Let me show the code. It's a one pager, very pretty small application. You just have two routes, one for the API and and one for the browser interface. So head over to your EC2 console. Just a second. We're going to create a new instance. It will be a T2 micro. Click on launch instances. Name it as Node.js or whatever you want to name it. We'll be going with Amazon Linux. Instance type should be T2 micro. Uh, Create new key pair. I'm not going to create any key pair. I won't be connecting to this instance via SSH. So if you want to connect via SSH, then you should create a key pair. In my case, I'm not going to do that. After that, the port number that this application is running on is 3000, so I have to a add that port number in the inbound rules. You just have to click on the edit button and then scroll down and click on add security group rule. It will be a custom TCP port number is 3000. Just give a basic description. Let's say Node.js app, and the source should be anywhere. Okay. After that, if you want to increase the volume size or the storage size, you can increase it. But I'm going with 8 GB. So click on launch instance. It will ask you to create a key pair. Click on proceed without key pair. If you haven't created a key pair, click on launch instance. Let's see. It should be in a pending state right now. Wait for it to get into a running state. As you can see, this is a pending state. We cannot connect to it right now. Once it is in running state, click on connect and go to the EC2 instance connect tab and click on connect. And this is going to open a terminal in the browser, and we'll be setting up everything through the terminal in the browser. Let's make a folder here, name it as Node.js. Add cd into that folder, and let's make a new file. Let's name it as sudo nano main.js. Right? Copy this code or whatever code you have, you can just put it in this folder. I'll save it, close it. uh, I have a very basic application. It's just a single page application. If you have your code on GitHub, you can use the git clone command and clone your repository into the directory where you want to install it. After you've done that, let me check if we have npm installed. So we do not have npm installed. Let's see, yum install npm. We'll have to install Node.js on this server, and after that we are going to install Express, and there's another package that will be running a command in the background. Copy this command from Stack Overflow. Just a second. Type Y for yes and let it download. Now check the version of the npm. Now we have npm installed. We are in the app directory. Let's install Express, and after Express we are going to install pm2. It's basically npm install pm2 at the latest. Let's copy the command. Let's copy this command npm ipm2, paste it in here, and hit enter. pm2 will basically allow you to run the npm if you've created it with Vue.js or any other, then you can just run it with npm run dev or run build, and this pm2 package will run that command in the background. So whenever you close the instance or close the terminal or the active session, then the command will be running in the background and your service or the web server will not go down. So let's just check if the server is working. Is node main.js. So it says that it is listening on port 3000. This is the public IP for my instance. I'll go to port 3000. Close this. Go to typecat main.js. Yes, we have an issue here. Let me show you what that issue is. You see, we are printing out on the console that we're listening on port 3000, but the port number that have started the service on was 8080. So I'm going to change that to 3000 and then restart the service. Now this should work. So this is the route for the web browser, and if we go to the API route, it should show a JSON message. We can test it out in Postman, but again, if this is working, if API route is working on the browser, it should be working in Postman. So this is how you can set up a Node.js web server or an API on AWS. Now we just have to put this command in pm2. Let's just see the help pm2 help pm2 command not found. Let's go to the official documentation. Let's see if it is, and it's not even installed. Make sure it is installed. It's given an error. Alright, I didn't put sudo before it. Let's see if we have pm2 installed now. Yes, now we have pm2 installed. Just type pm2 start main.js, and if you want to see if the service is running, you can just type pm2 list, and this should give you a list of all the services that are running with pm2. So we have it running. If you go back and refresh, as you can see, the API route is working, and the application is listening on port 3000. So if you want to restart the service, you can say pm2 restart, and the service ID that is currently 0, enter 0, and the service should be restarted. If you want to stop the service, you can say pm2 stop, and this should stop. So this is how you can set up a web server or a Node.js application or an API on AWS. If you want to know how we can set up a Laravel application or a static website on AWS, let me know down in the comments and I'll make a video about that too. So thank you very much.